Good afternoon. Let's talk on Asana, a project management tool. So, firstly, you go to your Asana and create your own workspace on Asana. You can simply do this by going to asana.com and create a workspace. Now, what is Asana? Asana is a project management tool that help you or your company to manage your tasks and deliver an exceptional work out. Key so many buttons that is unique with Asana. One, first of all, let's talk about workspace. What is workspace? Workspace is a space where projects and teams are organized. It is just like a container for all activities. Now in Asana, it gave you room to create as many projects as you want. It's all depend on the company you are working with. For my own self now, I have two workspace here. One is organize a team meeting workspace, and and the other one is book launch workspace. You get so, and all these are projects I created on my workspace. So like I said before, I said that workspace is just a container for all activity, for all projects. Now, what is project in Asana? Project is a collection of tasks that represent a specific goal. We already know that before we create a task, we already have a specific goal that we are looking forward to achieve. We already have a deliverables that we want to achieve at the end, right? So you create a project. Your project can be to plan a wedding. Your project can be, my own project now is to organize a team meeting and launch, for instance. Now, so let's take a good look at this first project, which is organize a meeting. Now, once you open the organized meeting, from this overview, this is where you get to understand the overall goals of this project agenda. So it just tries to give you overall aim and objective of this goal. If there is any resources that you want to get from this meeting, from this project, you put it here. You have your milestones, you have, so we still talk about goal, for instance. So when we come to organize meeting, you can set, you can, it depends on the way you want to view your board. It depends on the way you want to view your board. You can view it in list. By listing, this is how listing looks like. You can view it by board. It will be like board to be all be placed like a board, right? These are board. Then we have timeline, we have dashboard, we have by calendar. If you want your view to be the look to be in form of calendar, you will see it. You see everything, all taxes looking like a calendar, right? We also have workflow. It depends on what you want to, how you want to view this. But we left for for this purpose, we are going to click on list. We want to be viewing our project in form of list. Now, we have different section in each project. Section simply means is the act of segmenting or a way of categorizing tasks. You know, every project have, just like have different departments. You be working on this, your own is check team availability, your own is book meetings, your own is prepare a meeting agenda. Is all these are sections. These sections, people or team will be included. People or teams will be included. That is to say, once you create a project, you create a task, different section, and each section we have different tasks attached to it. All these things is just to ensure that everybody is working effectively, and it will also make the work to be more organized and easier. some people's aim there is to prepare a meeting agenda, while some people is set meeting in send meeting invite. It all depends. So once you create a section, you will assign people. You will assign people to read from your team member that you invited. Is from where you can um assign team members to each task. They will set due dates. When are they expected to complete their deliverables? What are the tasks? Tasks in Asana is called label, is like a label. Yeah, it's not like it's a label for you to add additional information to the task or notes to the task. We have priority, how how important, what is the urgency of this task. Now we have status, if it is completed, if it is in progress. So once you are working, you will be updating your status. Now, after discussing about we have discussed about, another thing is, the good thing about Asana is that you can customize your projects. That is that is to say, you can customize your projects. Okay? So now we have field. In customization, we have field. Field is, for instance, when you add tax as assign, you have due date, you have tags. For instance, there is something you want to add here in this field and you don't have it already. You can simply go to field and own field. Go to field and create your own, or drag and drop. It's all dependent on you. It's all dependent on you. So you can create field. You can create a new field. For instance, once you click on field, now once you click on field, these are the ones I added to it. You can create yours by adding here. You can create a new field, or you pick from the previous ones that has been existing. Now, the another good thing about Asana customization is that you can add rules. You can add rules to these tasks. You can see this one now. Rules is this section. There are some rules that you automate. It will add to different section. For instance, let me show you the samples of rules that I created on my. Now, added to project. These are rules that when something happen on a section, it will happen. For instance, is high priority suggestion. I can add rule to it. Due date for action item. All these are part of the rules that you can set with Asana. Asana give you the chance to add rules. Once you add rule to it, whenever something happen in that, it will just automate. For instance, I added I added rules when on in completed tasks. There's a task called a section called completed here. See the rule that added. Move tasks to a certain section when so thing happen. One of the rule I created here was when completion status, is completed, the task will move to the section called completed. So we have when, check if, and do this. This is the situation when task completion status change. When task completion status change, so change and the task is being marked completed. So move task to completed, to the section completed. Move that task to the section completed. So what it simply means here is, for instance, let me do a simple illustration. Remember, we have a section called completed here, right? So once, for instance, um from the status, let's say, let's view the status. Let's view the status, for instance. Okay, all these ones now, you see it is being marked completed, so it's moved immediately to completed. So the next thing we talk about is, one good thing I love about Asana is the goal. Asana give you rooms to set a goal. You can set team goals, you can set your own personal goal. So one of the goals we created here was, this is a goal, mission statement is a goal. So you can create goal by saying, or by writing the description, all hands on decks. This meeting is a meeting that has the chance of elevating our company to the next level. It will comprise of many stakeholders and decision makers. So you see, you already know the goal. So when you are working on this project, you'll be you'll be up and doing. Now, one good thing is that you can also connect a sub goal. When you say you want to connect a sub goal, that this goal is 100% achievable if a sub goal is being attained. So you can create a new goal and one will be the mother goal. This is, it's just like having it's just like saying, okay, I want to graduate with first class honor. But before you graduate with a first class honor, there must be a goals that you must complete, right? Or you must achieve. Now all those goals that you have to achieve are called sub goals. Why the main goal, which is graduating the first with first class honor degree, is called the mother goal. So that first goal cannot, or the parent's goal cannot be achieved if if the sub goals are not completed. So from here you can connect your own parent goals, the main goal of the project, which can be your company's goal. And the next we talk about is, one sweet thing about Asana is the customization. In customization, grading forms. Asana give you rooms to grade form. Now custom form is that can be created to collect information and feedback from external source. For instance, you are planning an event wedding and you want to get the number of people that is going to grace your event, and you have to grade forms. When you grade forms, maybe some of the questions in this form, will they be available, will they come on so 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 date, so you can grade your plan. So once a phone is created, you can link it. Once the response is coming towards one of the section, you automate it to be going straight. The response will be going straight to the section that engage that form. So just good thing about Asana is that it gave you room to create a form where you can get external information related to your tax. All these will make your tax achievability to be completed. Now Asana also gave you room to automate, not just to automate, to also add apps, other external apps that you think that can help you from this ad. You can add external apps that you think that can help you achieve your goals. Now let's talk about the real thing. Asana portfolio. Portfolio simply means a collection of tasks that represent a specific goal. Now, this is a project, right? It have its own specific goal. Book launch campaign is a task, is a project which comprises of many tasks that has its own goal, specific goal. So in collection, Asana portfolio give you room to see all your old projects in one space instead of you to be going one by one. Portfolio is just like a folder, why file, why project is just like a file. Now portfolio is just like you put different projects. You have 10 projects running in your company, and what you will do next is, oh, how can I just see the progression of these tasks? How can I see the progression of this project in one view? Asana portfolio give you room to see all your tasks in one portfolio, in one view. For instance, we have my first portfolio. It's comprised, if you look properly, you will see that it comprises of 3 projects, right? Now, I don't need to be moved up and down to be what is happening in those 3 projects. All I need to do is go to my portfolio. I will just click on, once you open it, you will see all the links, all the tasks that is um involved or that make up this portfolio. So it depends on how you want to view it, but always love viewing it with a dashboard. When you view it in a dashboard, you see that you have 54 tasks. All these projects have 54 tasks attached. Only 6 completed, 48 incomplete, and 11 is overdue. So simply you can easily view it by, oh, let me see, how will I know the ones that is overdue? You want to get information of which one is overdue, which one is this, which one is that. Now this is where the graphic representation comes in. You say incomplete tasks by, it shows you all the incomplete tasks by the different projects. We have book launch, right? Book launch has how many? 36 incomplete tasks. Organized a team meeting project has 9 tasks, incomplete tasks, 9. While the other one, which is being archived, has only 3 tasks attached. You be like, wow, interesting. Okay, you move on. You say, okay, upcoming tasks by Asani. Okay, see that this your team member already have one upcoming task. So you can use portfolio to get the full details of what is happening in in your or within your workspace. Now, if you don't like viewing it with dashboard, you can view it with progress. It's Everything will come out with progress. You see, only one project is on track, 0 project is at risk, 0 project is off track, and the total project is what? 3. So it gives you the summary of whatever that is happening on your workspace. So look at the summary. This portfolio of work is on track. See the summary. You see, 1 is on track. Why? No 2 recent updates from the other 2. Maybe it is not well updated, but what it simply means that when you're working with an organization, they already created enough tasks for you, they already created enough activities for you. So how do you know, how do you think that they are working on it? Is through portfolio. We don't need to be looking one after the other to know that you are on track. So one unique thing I always love about Asana is apart from that, it give you room to um grade tasks into subtasks. Yes, one good thing about Asana is that you can create a subtask in a task. For instance, now when you open a task, you can know if there is a subtask added to it, or there is a dependency. That is when you say about dependency, that you depend on someone to to complete his or her own activity before you proceed. Let's take a look at all these are completed tasks, right? Now remember, this yellow flash is just like you added a rule to it, so something must happen. For instance, we set our priority now to be our status. For instance, let's say status of this task to be in progress. You will see what will happen. It depends on the automation, like I said. In progress too, right? This is where I'm meant to add it on, but nevertheless. So another sweet thing about Asana is the reporting part. I think you see, goal, portfolio reporting are the unique thing I so much love about Asana. What is this Asana reporting? The reporting tool, why it's good, quickly explain it. The reporting tool generate detailed insights into progress and task performance. It provide a detailed insight into the project and task performance. This is to say that it track this specific metrics and KPI. For instance, now let's see my organization. All this I want to see my organization reports. Okay, once you open you have 6 completed tasks. This is my own organization. You have 6 completed tasks. This is incomplete tasks, 54 incomplete tasks, 13 overdue, and total tasks of 60, right? Now, this is a graphical representation of my organization. Remember, I have my organization is my workspace, right? My workspace that I created. So I have book launch, organize a team meeting, and project plan, right? So, as a virtual assistant, I can easily report to my manager to give. I don't need to just start telling one by one on what is happening within her company. What I need to do as a good virtual assistant is just to give a clear report. She will see it, she see the evidence in her with her own clear eyes, that we have one upcoming event, overdue are 40, on schedule are, okay, you use the color to identify it, but let's say you can still change the color, because the color is very essential. Okay, from here you can change your chart details. You can change the chart styles to any color of your choice. It's donuts already. You can change it to whatever you want. It can be bar chart, it can be staked bar. It all depends, but I prefer my donuts, and I prefer my color to be pink, and I will save it. With this pink color, I can easily differentiate what is happening. One, I have one upcoming. See the color. One upcoming. The overdue is 13. Unscheduled task based on the color is 40, and once you click on it, it will tell you that is 67%. is unscheduled, that they have not assigned it to anybody, and the completed task is just 6, that is just 10%. So it will give you the overall details of what is happening within the organization. So what you will simply do is, you don't need to start writing it one after the other. What you need to do is just to share. Click on the share button, click on the email, your manager's email. It can be to view only, it can be whatever you want it to be. You just you just type their email address. Let's say this is your manager. So once you invite them, they will see what is happening within this workspace. And remember, you you can one good thing I love about Asana is that you can set your privacy. It's not everybody is limited to some specific um to some they have some limitations on what they can do. Oh, so this is all I love to say about Asana. So the insight tools of Asana make it so unique and favorable to any organization that want to achieve a greater height. I recommend Asana as one of the project management tools that can help you achieve your goal, because it's already give you room to state your missions, your goal, your general company workspace goal. Everybody can see it. Once you have been admitted into the group, you can see the goal, you can see the report, you can see the portfolio, you can come to your tax, your own personal tax. You will see it. Kindly explore Asana.